Thank you for coming to the McWaters Effect. I'm your host, Matt, and we're going to be talking about the CW shows that came on this week. But before that, can you please go to the button subscribe and hit the like button? It helps the channel grow. Now we're going to be talking about the shows. Okay, the first show we're going to talk about today is Batwoman. It's on a 6th episode. They're struggling pretty bad for the season. The last 2 episodes, they have had less than 500,000 people watch each episode. The best episode they've had so far this year was episode 3. They had a little bit less than 750,000 people watching it. So throughout the whole season, they have had less than 1 million people watching each episode. And there's only one reason that could be the case, in my opinion. It's the writing. And the writing is terrible. They're more interested in the woke nonsense that's going on in the world instead of just going with the way the story needs to go. You got a bunch of comic books you can base stories off of. Instead, they're trying to make up their own story. I don't have a problem with you making up your own stories, but they have to make sense. And what they're doing with Alice, having her looking for her sister so she could kill her, and just wasting that character. If you ever read the comic books, the character is a pretty interesting character. She's similar to the Joker and similar to a few other characters that are in Batman's collection of villains. I think they need to lay off the woke nonsense, and might be a good idea to take some of Batman's villains, a few of them, like Riddler, a few others, and put them in there. They used quite a few of Batman's villains in Green Arrow, like Ra's al Ghul and a few others. So there's a few that they're not going to be able to use because they used them in Green Arrow, because Green Arrow don't have a huge rogues gallery of characters for them to use. So, just pick and choose a few that you think would work with Batwoman, use them, and write appropriately.
We pray at night for the helpless, hoping you get us through breakfast. Wishing somebody come save us. Black lightning's back, come to shock the haters.
And now the next TV series we're going to talk about is Black Lightning. So far for the year, it's not doing very good when it comes to TV ratings. The best episode was the first one. Had a little bit more than 500,000 people watching it. Do I think it's fair to the show? No. I think the show is actually pretty good. Has a little bit of the woke stuff in it, but overall it's still a pretty good show. I'm really interested, especially in the last episode when you had Lightning, Jennifer, blow herself up on accident, and now she's going to have to figure out how to reassemble herself. And it's given her more depth and more opportunity for that character to shine on this season, especially since they need to do it anyway. It's the last season for this show. And the actress who plays her, I love her. I think she does a good job. Her name is China Ann McClain. I hope after this series is over, she actually gets to go on to other shows. I think everybody's going to really enjoy this season with her because when it comes to comic books, her character is just out of this world with her abilities and powers. She is the most powerful person that's on Black Lightning right now. And they've kind of hid it away and kind of not shown it, but I think everybody's going to enjoy this season. next show I'm going to talk about is The Flash. It's on its 7th season. So far, it's had one episode this year, and it's almost had 1 million people watching it. It's so far, out of the three I've talked about, it's the best rated show so far. I really enjoyed the show, but right now it's gotten to the point where I think it's on its last leg for more episodes. I'd say it has more seasons. But I'd say it has another 2 or 3 seasons left. Of course, when I watched it, one of the main characters that was on last couple seasons was Ralph Dibny, Elongated Man. Hartley Sawyer. He got fired for some insensitive tweets, some racial and sexual content in them. So he got fired, and they haven't explained what happened to that character yet. They didn't do it on the first episode. They'll probably do it on second or third. I'm quite interested on how they're going to do that. The first episode, it felt like you're in the middle of a season pretty much, because the way they ended the 7th season, because of COVID and everything. They ended on, I believe, episode 18 or 19. So they had about 3 or 4 more episodes before they ended it. And I guess for the ending of that season, it's going to be it's going to end, I believe, the 3rd or 4th episode of this season. And then they're going to start with a new villain. Not sure who the new villain is. It's most people believe it's going to be a speedster again, probably. But I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it, and hopefully it stays as good as the first episode was. And the last show I'm going to talk about today is Superman and Lois. Probably the best show out of all 4. When it comes to ratings, it's been over 1 million per episode. The first episode is 1.7 million. And the reason is, in my opinion, is because of the cinematography of the show. The acting's not bad either, but the cinematography is fantastic. And the special effects, and that's because HBO has put a lot of money into it. They haven't put any other money into any of the other shows. And the reason they put money into this one is because it's going directly to HBO Max after it shows on CW. When it comes to acting, the 2 actors I think that are doing a really good job are the 2 boys. One is named Jordan Ellison, and he's playing Jonathan Kent, and the other one is Alex Garfin, and he's playing Jordan Kent. Those 2 guys are just fantastic, and they're doing a really good job on that show. The rest of the actors are good too, but I really know those guys. And I hope that y'all get a chance and check it out. It's a really good show. I'll talk to you guys later.